That would be the Dallas Cowboys. They had to address that defense that was bottom 3 in the league in yards allowed last year, and they did just that. First moving up a spot thanks to Miami to select Caleb Downs, safety out of Ohio State with the 11th pick. And then the Cowboys moved down from 20 to 23 to select UCF edge rusher Malachi Lawrence for their second first-round pick last night. So the Cowboys draft a safety and an edge rusher. We'll go to you here, Rye. How much better did Dallas get last night, specifically on the defensive side of the ball?
The Dallas Cowboys got exponentially better. And for everything we say about Jerry Jones and the Jones family and the way the Dallas Cowboys have functioned over the last 30 years, they get this night right very often. There was a sort of thought that they could go into this night trying to replace George Pickens right now because you knew he would be on the franchise tag. You thought maybe that you could trade him. Caleb Downs was one of the widely considered best players in this draft. And as he continues to fall down the draft, they get an opportunity to pick him and then move back in the draft and get Malachi Lawrence. Caleb Downs has, in my opinion, the highest floor of any player. He's going to immediately make you a better team from a communication standpoint, from an safeties down into the box. He makes an immediate impact. And Malachi Lawrence, who in my opinion is still growing. We're talking about a dude that ran 4.52, an incredible 10-yard split, production in the backfield, 11 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. This was what they needed to do. And what I love the most about this pick is they didn't go for need. They didn't go to try to answer questions about what they said in the press conference. They allowed new defensive coordinator Christian Parker to have 2 possible linchpin pieces to his defense after coming over from Philadelphia. This was an absolute home run first round for the Dallas Cowboys.
Dan?
Nick Saban loves and raves about Caleb Downs. Daniel Jeremiah and Chris Long love and rave about Malachi Lawrence. I'm good with that. I want to be like all in with the Cowboys right now. I really do after last night. RC, Stephen A, Shay, my only hesitation is I still feel there's a little bit of what's going to happen with George Pickens. Because if you tell me that there's no doubt about it, Pickens is there for the Cowboys this year because he signed his franchise tag, I'm like, yo, this team's got a chance now. This team's got a legit chance to matter next season. But because he signed the tag, I would be surprised if he plays on it. I would be, but who knows? Because I'm like, okay, is he gonna be there? Are they gonna try and move him after the press conference? Is somebody gonna call and try and trade for a George Pickens and see if they can acquire him and the Cowboys draft a receiver tonight or over this week? That's my only hesitation right now. After last night, I love it. But I just, there's a little bit of like, what is exactly going on with George Pickens and the Cowboys?
No disagreement here, but I'm going to be a bit more cautious than the both of you. And I'm going to defer to you because we're talking about a kid that just got drafted, that's an absolute stud. And I'm not going to joke around about the black cat running around that franchise because I don't wish that on him or anybody. Let's be serious for a second here, fellas. And I'm going to defer to the both of y'all in all seriousness when I bring this up. Since this dude rolled on the college football in 2023 at Alabama, he was considered arguably the best safety in football. Nobody's had any questions about his ability. There have been questions, however, about his health because of the knee issue, because of the meniscus stuff, and then you've got people asking those questions. Plus, he didn't necessarily work out. You didn't test him enough, that kind of stuff. The kind of things that we hear about the cautious, the measures that they take to ensure you passing your physicals, you're in complete health, you're ready to roll, et cetera, et cetera. These are the kind of things that they're saying did not occur with him. I don't know. I only know what I read, okay, and what I saw people like y'all say. So I'm asking the question. We're not questioning his ability. But his health seems to be a question mark. You can't knock the Dallas Cowboys for taking the chance on him because everybody's been raving about him. And we hope and pray that this brother's healthy because we know what he can do on the football field. He picks things up quickly. He can run you down. He's one of the elite, arguably the elite safety in all of college football. At first at Alabama, then at Ohio State. Everybody's been raving about him. But when I'm hearing questions about meniscus, and I'm hearing questions about your knees, I'm hearing questions about your health, coming into the draft, and there's no evidence that he's 100% healthy other than his word. Is that not a reason to be cautious? I'm asking.
Right.
Well, I'm not a doctor. Also did not sleep at a Holiday Inn last night, but I did speak with Caleb immediately when I heard the news about what was said about his knee after the combine. I texted him right away. We actually talk pretty often, and he said he went through all the checks. He talked to different doctors from different teams. His agent checked them with them as well, and he had a clean bill of health. Now, I compared him to Bob Sanders. I don't know if you guys remember the Defensive Player of the Year from the Indianapolis Colts, helped that team win the Super Bowl. Bob Sanders was here for a good time, not a long time. And there were injury concerns about him as well. But when he was at the top of his game, when he was able to give you top-level play, he was on par with the Troy Palomalus and with the Ed Reeds, although playing a different style. That's what you have to expect from Caleb Downs. You're not going to have to wait on him. This isn't going to be a project. This isn't going to be a guy that has to progress or you have to go through a process of getting him on the field. The day he walks into the building and OTA starts, he should be the starting safety for the Dallas Cowboys. He should be running the show for them the same way he did for Nick Saban at Alabama as a true freshman who was a freshman All-American.
Okay, so that means an immediate upgrade on the defensive side of the ball. It's the first time the Cowboys have drafted multiple defenders in the first round.
We do not have high T. What do we have, Phil? We have Mike T. We have Mike T joining us from Pittsburgh. Mike T, good morning to you. Our first caller, Cardinals legend Larry Fitzgerald. He is saying Jeremiah Love to Arizona at number 3 was the correct pick. Mike T, fraud or laud?
Gary, that is laud. Jeremiah Love had 14 touchdowns of 20 yards or more. We're looking at his 4.36 speed here. It's not the most efficient use of salary cap space to take a running back in the top 5, but if he has a Jahmyr Gibbs type of impact, which I believe he will over the coming years, this is an important piece in a big rebuild under Mike LaFleur, their new head coach. A little non-traditional, but I'm going to laud it.
Yeah, 4.3640, the win total for Arizona, under 4.5 wins. Minus 150, so not a lot of confidence. Hey, maybe they're picking top 5 next year. Our next call is from Dan O in Pittsburgh. He says, fudge yes. Ty Simpson to the Rams at number 13 is the best scenario. Mike, fraud or laud?
That is a capital L laud, Phil. This was really, really smart by the LA Rams. You think about those great Green Bay Packer teams, they draft, when they have Brett Favre, they draft Aaron Rodgers, they have Aaron Rodgers, they draft Jordan Love. And I think Ty Simpson's going to be really good. He really profiles to be somewhere between Brock Purdy and Baker Mayfield. Underrated athlete, only had 15 starts, sit behind Matt Stafford, learn from Sean McVay. This is an ideal situation. Great job by the Rams.
Mike T, our final caller is Jerry Jones. He says he would make the trade with the Eagles again, even with Philly drafting Mekhi Lemon. Fraud or laud?
That's fraud. I don't understand why you don't just take Malachi Lawrence. Don't worry about the 2 fourth-round picks. Mekhi Lemon, to me, was the best receiver in the draft. He profiles like Puka Nacua. He is tough, competitive, great route runner, fantastic hands. Great job by Philadelphia to go up and get him when he was available. And if he turns out to be the player that a lot of us believe he will, Dallas has to defend him twice a year for 2 fourth-round picks. That made no sense to me.
Well, this game show, Mike, is not fraudulent. It is time to claim your prize. Which door are you picking?
Door number 1, Phil.
And behind door number 1, Mike, you have won 2 tickets to the Duquesne Incline Trolley.
Oh, come on.
Enjoy some of the best views of downtown Pittsburgh. Hey, you can even bring your ESPN radio partner, Chris Carlin, for the ride. Please no outside food or beverages. Mike, thanks for playing. Fraud or laud?